Futurama.
Futurama! It's debuted more than a few times, actually. So now we're going to do a little fact or fiction. I'm going to give a statement, and then the guys here have to say whether or not that is a fact or if it is fiction. First one. The show's theme song was originally going to be a remix of the Jetsons intro. Frank, fact or fiction?
I can see that as a fact.
Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
This is where Lan starts his comeback. Yeah, there you go. So while Futurama's theme has a retro sci-fi feel, it was actually inspired by a 1967 electronic track called Psyche Rock by Pierre Henry. The similarity between the two songs is so strong that some fans mistakenly think Futurama's theme is a remix. The show's creator wanted a sound that felt futuristic and weird. Next up, Bender's voice was originally supposed to sound like a robot with heavy effects. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
Yeah, I'll go fact on that one.
Yeah, you both get the point. Yeah, one of the original plans was for Bender's voice to sound metallic and robotic. But once John DiMaggio auditioned, the creators loved the natural, gruff voice and decided to leave it mostly untouched. DiMaggio said he based Bender's voice on a mix of a drunk boxer and a grumpy old man, and his signature "bite my shiny metal ass" line became one of the most iconic catchphrases in animation. Animation.
So Mickey Rourke.
Animation.
How is that Mickey
A
Rourke?
boxer and a drunk.
Oh, there you go, yeah. With really gigantic fingernail beds, man. You ever seen those things? Jesus. Like when he's typing, when he goes into Hammer Industries in Iron Man 2, and he's typing on the computer, and he's got those they're fucking huge, man. God. All right, next up, Futurama is the only animated show with an episode that won an Emmy and a real-world math award. Frank, fact or fiction?
Real world math. I could see that. I'll go fact. Why not?
Lan, fact or fiction?
Sure, fact.
Yeah, buddy. Futurama has won multiple Emmy Awards, but it also received the 2010 Mathematical Association of America's Communications Award for use of real advanced math in jokes and storylines. The most famous example is the Futurama Theorem from the episode The Prisoner of Benda, which used real mathematical principles to solve a brain-swapping problem. Now, that theorem was actually created by one of the show's writers, Ken Keeler, who has a PhD in applied math.
Wow.
Jesus.
So the whole thing is it's with how many moves would it take to swap these brains and get everybody back into their original bodies? Was the whole premise there. All right, next up. Futurama predicted real-life scientific discoveries years before they happened. Fact or fiction? Lan.
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
I'm gonna go fiction.
Lan. Bringing it in. The show has several examples of predicting real science before it became a reality. In A Clone of My Own, Professor Farnsworth uses dark matter fuel. Years later, physicists discovered dark matter may actually exist. In I, Roommate, Fry and Bender argue about the eye colors of Vincent van Gogh's paintings, which wasn't widely discussed in art history until years later. And the biggest one, in 2018, scientists discovered the shape of the universe might be more of a donut shape, something Futurama joked about back in 2003.
It's like it's The Simpsons.
It's a Homer.
It's almost like they got smart people working on these shows. All right, final one. The show has been canceled and revived more times than any other animated series. Frank, fact or fiction?
Oh, I'm going to go fact on that.
Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Yep.
Has to be a fact.
I mean, Family Guy had a run there at very early on. But Futurama has been canceled and has been brought back more times than almost any other show, and it's the most of any animated show. So it originally aired 1999 to 2003 on Fox. It got revived as direct-to-DVD movies, came back as a Comedy Central series from 2010 to 2013, and then was revived yet again in 2023 on Hulu.
Right.
The series even jokes about its cancellations, with Bender once saying, "We're back, baby," in reference to a revival.
Yeah, they did the same thing on Family Guy when they brought Family Guy back. Remember, you had the deaf mute guy, the oiled mute guy, whatever.
Greased up deaf guy?
It's great to be back, America.
Yep, I do remember that one.
Where is he? He needs to come back on an episode. That guy was great.